Hello folks and welcome along to IRC, and we are here for round 6 of season 16 here at Hungary. Now let's have a look. We've got the length of this track is 4.381 kilometres, or if you prefer that in miles, that's 2.722 miles. First Grand Prix here was held back in 1986. And there's going to be 12 laps for the sprint race and 35 laps for the main race. We've got 14 corners here with 2 DRS zones. They've got 8 corners to the right and 6 to the left. The circuit itself sits 15 miles northeast of Budapest. Now, let's have a wee look at the standings, as we've not got them up at the moment. Let's see, we're seeing some drivers coming out. Hearing them engines roar. Is that a Red Bull of temps? Oh, there's bicycles already out as well. So let me get this up real quick. Now, looking at the order of things as they stand right now in the standings, we've got Jetfish on 163 points. Al in the McLaren is on 128. Then we've got Temps on 95 in third, and fourth is the other McLaren of Goddard's on 87th, and we've got Kaizen in fifth with 50 points. Roscoe on 45 in sixth, and seventh is Mystery on 42. Then we've got Scenario on 38, same with Built and Matt and Asdog, all on 38 points from 8th, 9th and 10th there. In 11th is Blue Panda on 36 points, Steve Penny on 33. Then we've got Timmy on 30 in 13th, and 14th is Bicycle, who we're on board with right now in that RB on 23 points. 1 point behind him is Reese, and that's Silver. Then we've got Spanrape on 14 points in 16th. Then we've got Sammy in 17th on 9 points. Double Cream Cat on 7 points in 18th. 19th is Teen Wolf on 3 points, and Godzilla Jr. is on 2 points. Now, looking on at the constructor standings, McLaren may not be leading the driver standings, but they're leading the constructors, and that they are on 215 points. And Haas are on 172 points. Red Bull on 125 in third, and fourth is Ferrari on 88 points. Then we've got Williams on 83 in fifth, and sixth the RB on 56. Now we've got Aston Martin on 45, Alpine on 8th on 44, 39 points for Mercedes in 9th, and then we've got Sauber on 36 points at the back. Now, let's have a look. Right, so seeing the comments there, Jay just need to pop up there as I've got it back. Very, very technical track this, yeah, it is, and yeah, you really have to be careful, especially around like turn 11 as well, and turn 5, I think it is, just as we see the Ferrari heading up right now. I think was that Kaizen? Yeah, it was Kaizen there. So, yeah, like you said, Jay, it is a very, very technical track. It's one of them where you have to constantly be on the limit. Give me just one moment. Yep, so, and another thing I forgot to mention, folks, is the tyre situation. We're on the C4 medium, C4 soft, C3 mediums, and the C2 hard compound tyres. Yep, definitely. You are definitely have to focus around here. Jetfish seems to be the one with the most focus right now, 114.927. That puts him on the provisional pole position for the sprint race. We've got Kaizen in that Ferrari there, coming around turn 4 now. You've got to be going for that there. It's one of them, if you don't hit that line properly, yeah, you will certainly go off. Managing to navigate turn 6 and 7 nicely there, through 8 and 9 now, seeing yellow flags. Oh, and you just getting too much on that curb there, and the tail end of that car just chews him up, and so Kaisen's definitely going to have to go back again. Jetfish, yeah, some lap that he put in there, built in Matt on a lap, just coming around turn 5 now. Let's see who else is. Goddard's on a lap. Goddard's at the end of their lap now, just coming around turn 14. What they're going to be able to put on the board, it's not going to be any competitive time. They're going to be going again, so we'll tune back in with them in a few moments. Mr. 8 unfortunately invalidated their lap time, so we'll go on to Bilton Matt, who's just coming down into too much power there coming out of turn 13, and almost puts it into the wall there. Was that his teammate? No, that was the other RB, and then there's the other RB there. So who was that? Was that Steve Penny? Or was that Ficycle? I can't see, because one of them has got a broken front wing and the other hasn't, so I'm going to try and see what that is. And that is not good. Let's see, so one of these guys has got a broken front wing. So unsure. Yep, certainly too heavy on the throttle. So since none of the guys are going to be putting in a lap right now, we'll go on board with Mystery. He's just navigating at turn 12 there. A corner we've once seen one finished driver of Kimi Räikkönen actually almost drift it past an opponent and get ahead. Yeah, sometimes it could be a little hit or miss with this track. You want to try and have a lot of top end speed sometimes for going down into turn 1 to get that overtake done, but of course sector 2 and 3 are the a bit higher downforce is required. Give me just a moment, folks. We'll sit on board with Kaizen as he's just navigating the last few is to start a lap. It's just seen Goddard's just noticed that there, going up to third, so he managed to make good on his second out lap. Can be very hard to set up. Yeah, definitely, it could be hard to get set up here, certainly, especially with it being such a difference in track. You've got some quick corners, some really, really slow corners, and yeah, a couple of good overtaking opportunities at the straights anyway. So yeah, it's one of them. What are you going to do? Oh yeah, definitely. You've got to get the dampeners right, the suspension and such, making sure the car isn't swaying too much as well. We do know that you are going full on left here and then switching it back to the right, and then you've got these other chicanes as part of sector 2. Getting jostled left and right as he's making his way through turn 8 and 9 now. 10, this is a corner you need to be careful not to be exceeding track limits. We will be seeing a few drivers possibly picking up a little cheeky warning there and come the race anyway. Yep, decent lap. We'll see how Kaizen's going to be able to do. Is it going to be quicker than 114.9? No! Not too far off though. 115.487 is good enough for third place. We've got Nimby on a lap. Where's Mystery? Mystery just starting their lap. Nimby. Oh, and typical, just as I end up going off them, something happens. But yeah, unfortunately not having the best of turn 11s there. Give me a moment, folks. Yeah, but was decent enough, like. Double cream car on a lap, of course. Roscoe on a lap also. They did, unfortunately, end up not doing the best. And end up with a penalty for going into the next. I'm not sure if will it take effect on the sprint or will it take effect on the actual main race, as I'm a bit confused about that situation with the terms of penalties during sprint qualifying. Do you think you could confirm that for me? That would be much appreciated if you could. For now, we'll just stay on board with Roscoe as he's navigating turn 13 now. Yep, certainly it's time to get these laps in. And it looks like a lot of the drivers, Godzilla Jr., Teen Wolf, Bilton Matt and Double Cream Cat won't be getting another lap. And neither will Al. Roscoe 116, and didn't see if he improved on his time. Yep, he did. Jetfish goes even quicker, 114.796. Steve Penny coming across the line. Time are they going to be able to put in, or are they just starting a lap? They're just starting a lap. My mistake. We'll go further down to see Nimby there on a lap. They're just starting a lap and just making it there. Just making it across the line in time before it is out. So Jetfish is actually out. And yeah, that's not very nice, I would say. Retiring on track like that. And he just got in the way of a bunch of drivers there. So we're coming around and and that definitely upset Nimby there. Taking a bit too much on the curb there. Physical moves up to 7th place, just ahead of his RB teammate, who's now navigating at turn 12. Have a look further down and see who is up next. We've got Asdog goes 5th with a 115.777. Let's see if that time is going to be lucky for him. Is he going to manage to keep that 5th position, or is Steve Penny going to say anything? Nope, but he says something to his teammate there and moves back up past Physical, who just claimed that 8th place there. Reese into the pits. Nimby will unfortunately not be going anywhere anytime quick. Yep, so that is the end of qualifying. There we have it, folks. That is the end of this sprint qualifying. We have Jetfish getting the fastest lap of 114.796. Then we've got Al in 2nd place. 3rd is Kaizen, then Temp Shadow 4th, Asdog 5th, and Mystery was 6th. Goddard's on them medium tyres in 7th, 8th for Steve Penny, Physical 9th, 10th for Roscoe, then we've got Reese and Double Cream Cat in 11th and 12th, Nimby in 13th, Godzilla Jr. 14th, 15th for Teen Wolf, and Bilton Matt will be rounding out the back after receiving 10th place grid penalty. Naughty, Bilton. Naughty, Matt. Yeah, let's certainly see if he's going to be able to hold it going into turn one. It's certainly going to be interesting to see if he has got what it takes to hold on to that lead after turn one. Yep, I think there is a formation lap. Yep, there we go. So I'll have a quick look and see what the tyre situation is. So everybody on the mediums except Fysical, who's going for that ballsy strategy and going on them soft compound tyres. Very, very interesting. The odd one out. And Jetfish does a Max Verstappen on his way back to the grid and puts it into the wall. Yep, well, you get to go there and softs won't work. Well, we'll see. Like the old saying goes, never count your chickens before the hatch. We never know, it might be that Hail Mary might just work. And it might just... yeah, I think you're fair, the drop-off is quite horrible, but you never know. I was doing commentating for a league last night at Singapore, and I seen a driver go 29 laps on the medium compound tyres. Love you too, man. So, let's see, we're just about to get ready to get back underway, just waiting for the last couple of drivers to get back onto their grid positions. Now we're going to see the lights start to go. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're away for the start of the Hungarian Sprint Grand Prix here. Jetfish managing to get a good start, goes over and blocks. I'll go and have to take the outside line. Who's going to be later on the brakes? And Asdog managing to get right up, get up 2 positions. Al taking that outside line, getting around and up into first place. Asdog up 2 places also. And Kaizen unfortunately down 1, looking to try and make up that space, but unfortunately missed right now, coming in on the attack. And looking at that, looking as if they were going to go a couple wide there, going through turn 4 there. Navigating turn 5 right now, looking on, see these two going side by side, Reese and Steve Penny, and Reese manages to get it up and into that 11th place. Looking on now, Bilton Matt now getting past Steve Penny. Matt getting a good start, already up from 16th to 12th. Nicely done there from the Williams driver. Now his next target is Reese in the Silver, who we're on board with right now, who actually goes wide here. Is this going to be the chance for Bilton Matt to get up the inside? Around turn 13, he's not got the rotation he needs, and now he's got too much rotation and ends up on the grass, and now he's trying so hard to get it to point the right way and just getting a bit too heavy on that right pedal. Going back up, we've got Al and Jetfish side by side into turn 1. Al going for that inside line into turn 2. No, he's just waiting patiently behind. Great start from the McLaren on Orthodox. Move that, not necessary. Yep, that was Now we'll keep going further back, seeing, oh, that car looked like it was getting that tail end right out as they were going around turn 4 there. Dalton Martin unfortunately lost a lot of time now. Asdog, what's happened to them? Oh, they just got a terrible launch, and now they're looking at losing another place. Nope. They end up losing 2 places to go back to the position that they did start in. Possible race strategies, and there you go. Just like you said, Jake, the softs won't last that very long. It's either going to be a medium or a one-stop for this sprint race. Looking on board at Temps Shadows right on the back of that Aston Martin. But right now we'll go up to the front and see Al being attacked. Al getting past Jetfish, and then it looked like Jetfish was going to go on the attack yet again, but manages to stay in the first now. So nicely done there from Al. Yep, they'll die after about 5 laps. Yep. Softs, sometimes the softs, I have realised that they're absolutely terrible, and like you said, the fall off is just absolutely crazy. And you see sometimes where the drivers said that the hards were actually like a better tyre compared to the softs and such, and it's just a bit interesting, I will say. So, have a quick look. Tyres, it's only Bicycle, he's not made any impact properly as of yet, he's only gained 1 place. And that's after Steve Penny not getting the best of starts. Looking on right now. Jetfish going for it down the inside. Is he going to manage to make the move complete? Yes, he does. But is that McLaren coming back? Nope, he's not going to be able to have a chance. He's using a bit of that battery as well. Temps off the track there, and now loses a couple of places. Down to 3 places from where they started in 4th, now down into 7th. 3rd is on mediums. Everyone is on mediums except from Bicycle, who's in 8th place right now. The RB driver who we are on board with right now. We'll go and get that up there real quick. So Bicycle, only driver on the soft compound tyres, which is actually quite interesting, to be honest. Could see Goddard's going for a move in the next couple of corners, going down into turn 1. Look at that, already smell it happening. Now coming around the final corner, what we'll do is we'll go right up to the teammate of Goddard's right now, going for the move into turn 1. And he sails it down the inside, but is the Haas going to go for it on the switch back? Nope, doesn't. Moving back down, Goddard's managing to get past Asdog there, getting all over the curb there. And now manages to maintain that 5th place that they've just went and secured. And there we go, it looked like Temps was going to be going for a move on Asdog there, but didn't manage to get close enough. Yeah, this battle for P5 is actually quite interesting. Sector 3 yellow flag. That is that Steve Penny there? Yep. Or no, it was Godzilla Jr. unfortunately. The Alpine. Yeah, certainly you don't want to be losing an endpoint, especially in this. Well, it's not as. Oh, Steve Penny getting all out of shape there around turn 11. Yeah, like you said, being in close proximity isn't the best. So there we go, Jetfish getting back into the lead. Who's going to have that DRS? It does actually shift into that, and I am being a terrible, terrible cameraman, so I apologise to all the viewers out there right now. Sometimes it is a bit more difficult to do two jobs at the same time. Yeah, it certainly was loosey-goosey there. Bilt and Matt getting past double cream cat. Of course, not having the best of starts to the race session after getting a 10-second 10 place grid penalty, and then also end up getting spinning out at the start of the Grand Prix on the end of lap 1. Godzilla Jr.'s out. Are we going to see a safety car here? Oh, and I just missed that there. So that's coming around turn 5. No safety car, thankfully enough. So that is that. Kaizen now looking on the attack. Same with Al here. Are we going to see them going 3 wide, going into turn 1? Yes, we are. Seeing them going 3 wide, and it looks like Kaizen got a double overtake on both of them. Gets a little bit out of shape, and now Al gets that first place. And is Jetfish looking to having to move up the inside of turn 2? Yes, he is. Forcing that Ferrari out wide, but the Ferrari's going to have the inside line going around turn 3. The knock wheels a little. It's going to be a game of chicken here going up into turn 4. And it looks like Kaizen was the one to be a chicken. But then Jetfish into the wall, breaks that front wing, down into 4th now. Could be 5th and 6th and possibly even 7th at the end of this lap. That was certainly was interesting, I will say that. Let's have a look. Goddard's and Jetfish. Jetfish now being overtaken again. Oh, Asdog wanting to get past that Haas as quick as possible, as he knows that they have got damage. And trying to get past. Oh, was that contact, or was that just an error from Jetfish? I'm unsure, but we'll move further up right now and see Kaizen looking on. It looks like they were struggling to get that car rotated there, unless that was just me, but still looking at Roscoe now getting past Bicycle. Now they've both going to be going side by side going into turn 1. Is he going to be lighter on the brakes? Nope, these soft tyres are not proving beneficial now. I think this is the time that they're going to be running out. Oh, Bicycle! Right into the back of Roscoe, and I'm not sure if that could have been a slip in judgment because of Jetfish up ahead or not, but I think that was just Bicycle being simply too, kind of be a bit too aggressive and made a slight error in judgment. Looking on at Kaizen now, could be going for a move here. We're about to go on to lap 9 right now, and now Kaizen pulling out of that slipstream, using that DRS, and has already passed before that 150 metre board. Now up into first place. We'll go further down right now. Bicycle not being able to get past Jetfish just yet. I've seen Jetfish there fishing all over the place coming out of turn 1. Oh, what's this? Jetfish round at turn 7. Jetfish retired from the Grand Prix on... Yeah, that's That's not very nice, I will say. Looking on at Alto. Oh, contact there! Now, is the Ferrari going to be able to hold out, or is it too late there? Nope, not managing to be able to get the overtake done to regain that first place, so he has to settle back in to second place. Can we see Bilton Mark going for a move on Steve Penny here, going into turn one. That overspeed there, already hitting 200 mile an hour on this high downforce track. Steve Penny goes out wide and deep into the corner. DRS again, going down into turn two. Is the Williams driver going to lunge it down the inside? Yes, they are. Down the inside, gets a bit too much on that curb there. You don't want to be too much on that curb on the inside of turn two. But manages to get the move done and up into 10th place. Absolutely spectacular move there from the Williams driver after having that not so good start to tonight. We'll move further up right now. Kaizen, I think the best strategy for Kaizen to do right now would be to wait until the next lap to do the overtake till we're going down into turn one for the final time. Just stick behind for now and just make sure you're going to be close enough for that position to steal it away at the last moment. But here's where things are different right now. Reese is going to be going for the move on Bicycle. Yep, there we go. Managing to make the move nice and simple. Actually getting off the track a little there. But still manages to move up. But Reese goes wide and Bicycle manages to move back up into 8th. Yep, right now Goddard is going to be unaffected by that penalty. Mystery gets a penalty now, so that is interesting. Is Goddard going to manage to be able to get past? Al and Kaizen battling out, going down into turn 12. That is interesting. Did Al come slow out of turn 11 in order to make sure he had the DRS going down so that he could be the one on the attack? That is interesting. Great strategy play there from the McLaren as he's going for it now. DRS wide open, straining that battery like a sponge. And now down into turn one, going down the inside. He fakes to the outside, goes to the inside. And is the Ferrari going to be able to get the launch back around? Down into turn two, they make contact, going side by side. They're going down into turn two. Al's got the inside. And Kaizen on the outside, which is going to turn into the inside later on. But nope, Al manages to move up into first place yet again. And could this be the chance that he needs in order to move up into the lead? Reese and Bicycle battling it out like crazy there. His soft tyres still managing to actually be quite nice with him. I'm actually surprised at how well he's managed to hold off on them soft tyres for now. Bicycle getting a penalty though, and that could mean the end of that. Looking on Bilton Mark getting past Nimby there. What we'll do is we'll go right up to the front of the pack of Kaizen and Al as they're just coming around the final corner now. And you see Kaizen's actually low on fuel, so he's been going for it a bit much here tonight. And there we go, Al comes across the line to win the Sprint Grand Prix. Then we've got Temp Shadow, Kaizen, then Temp Shadow, moving further down, Bicycle and Reese battling out like crazy still, coming around the final couple of corners. Now looking on, Roscoe gives that position back to Reese, as I think it was, Bicycle, sorry, gives that position back to Reese, as it didn't feel like it was fair, I don't think. Now we're just waiting for the last of the competitors to come across the line. Sees Bilton Mark going to end up getting the fastest lap. We'll have a quick look. Yep, he does at 1:16.645 after doing that late pit stop. Of course, not much was going to come out with that really, but what the? Yep. No worries, Jay. Just seen your message there. Unfortunately, the thing just kept being a pain. But yeah, having a look there, we've seen Al getting the win there by some tactful driving and giving Kaisen the lead just on the penultimate lap. So they could use the DRS to overtake back up and be safe there. So Kaisen comes home in second, Allen first, Temps in third, then we had Mystery and Asdog fourth and fifth, sixth for Goddard, and we had Roscoe and Reese. Seventh and eighth, ninth and tenth was Fiesicle and Steve Penny, then we had Double Cream Cat and Bilt and Matt in 11th and 12th, and 13th for Nimby, then we had Teen Wolf. And those who did not finish the Grand Prix are Jetfish and Godzilla Jr. Now we're going to be moving on to the main qualifying session, which will determine the grid for the 35 lap race around this 14 corner 4.381 kilometre track, or 2.7722 mile long track that has 2 DRS zones. With the tyres tonight will be C4 soft, C3 mediums and C2 hard compound tyres. Now, less than 18 minutes left until we get to the main race. So here we go. Seeing Jetfish out on track now, just coming around turn 8 and 9 now on their out lap. First car out on track, sitting a whole sector above the next car, which is Nimby 180. He's just coming around turn 3 now. Now let's go on board with the Haas as they come down the start-finish straight with that DRS wide open. braking it just after that 100-metre board, flinging it in, touching that apex curb, and using the curb up on the left-hand side on the exit down to turn 2 with the DRS open, and braking and turning as he's going around turn 2 flat out, around turn 3, and then up to turn 4 up the hill, and you get just a slight lift there into the U-bend of turn 5, and then the chicane of 6 and 7, trying to take as much curb as possible, but not too much, as you don't want to hit that inside curb on the inside of the curbs. That will unsettle the car, and being careful on that curb there, as you don't want to unsettle the car on the exit of turn 8. Exit of turn 9, sorry, now down past 10 and 11 and now 12 into the final 2 corners of 13. A bit of a lock up there as he goes down that dip before the entry into 13. Now around 14, let's see what time Jetfish is going to be able to put on the board. They put in a 1:14.4 last time, now it's a 1:14.735. Go down to Nimby, who is going to be up next. Give me a moment, folks. Sorry folks, let me see, where were we? See, Kaisen's on a lap. We've seen Al putting a 1:14.998, which puts them in second place. Also seen Temps Shadow 1:15.707, Built and Matt and Teen Wolf both put in the laps. Teen Wolf not putting in a competitive time just yet, but we'll see how things are going to go for them. Where is Kaisen? So next up is going to be Goddard's, who's just coming around to set their lap. Just coming around turn 14 now. Let's see what time they're going to be able to put in. Goes 5th for now, 1:16.431. Now we're just seeing who was that there. That was the Aston Martin of Double Cream Cat, 1:18.276. Built and Matt 1:16.591. Roscoe just starting their lap, same with Bicycle. Teen Wolf, I think they invalidated there, yeah they did. Roscoe, oh big lock up there going into turn 2. Got a Ferrari right off the track there of Kaizen. Let's see who's going to be the furthest on in this little bunch here. Is it Reese? No. I think it is Roscoe. Yep, Roscoe. And oh, that was his own teammate of Bilton Matt in the way. That is not good, and unfortunately they just need to get a move on and get out of the way of these other drivers on track. Oh, using that curb there to try and rotate the car a little there. Sweetly done there. So let's see, is Racey going to be all good with this? Now Racey coming to the line. Is they going to be able to put in a competitive time? 117.920. Double cream cat got a penalty for illegal blocking. Now, was that illegal blocking or not? If it wasn't, then I suspect we may end up having a restart, but we'll see how things go. I'm unsure. So, who else is out on a lap right now? Oh, Goddard's just starting a lap. We'll see if anyone else is on a lap right now. Nope, doesn't seem like it. It's just Steve Penny and Goddard right now. Goddard's just coming down into turn 2 right now. Oh, got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. That's Reese just getting off the racing line there, it seems. Let's stay with Goddard. This is navigating turn 6 and 7. Got an Alpine just up ahead of them. That's not mystery, that's Godzilla Jr., who's actually holding up Goddard there. I think they're both on a lap, which was the downside. And that's held Goddard's up, and I think they're not going to be too particularly happy with that. Steve Penny puts in a 118.665. We'll see Asdog, the only other driver still yet to set a time in qualifying. And Aston Martin currently sitting in 16th place. Still yet to set a time, of course. So he's got 6 minutes to do it. Now around the final corner, let's see what the Aston Martin driver is going to be able to do. They're going to be able to get up further than 5th. Nope, they have to settle in 7th place. 115.875 for the Aston Martin. Have a look down nearer Steve Penny, who's on a lap, just navigating turn 10 and 11 right now. Down into 12, you can see he's got that little bit of traffic up ahead. I think that's the Ferrari of Nimby, just the way to start a lap. Now, is this going to help him out any? No, but doesn't seem to be. Not close enough for any advantage of the the slipstream to take effect. So Steve Penny only moves up into 12th, 117.262. Godzilla Jr. on a lap now. Unfortunately, not got the ERS left. We'll have a look further down, seeing Nimbe on a lap right now. So unfortunately, Nimby did invalidate their lap. We'll see how Temps is going to do. So they're just coming around turns 13 and up to 14. Keeping that overtake button on as much as possible, but still jumps into the pits there. Trying to close it up as much as possible. Steve Penny, are they going on a lap or are they jumping into the pits? They're jumping into the pit lane. Bicycle, the other RB, taking quite a bit out there of turn number 8. Now, what is Bicycle going to do? They're going to finish that lap or they're going to jump in? I think the intelligent thing would be, if it's not a fast lap, get in and get a new set of tyres on and ready. But it seems like he's going to be going for it to the line. Are they going to be able to beat a 116.667? Yes, they are, a 116.317. So that puts them into 8th place for the time being. Of course, that could all change. We've got Bilt and Matt in the Williams not having the best of starts to this to tonight's session. With round 6, of course, having that spin in the race, in the sprint race, and having the 10th place grid penalty in the for going into the sprint. So we'll see if the second half is going to provide to be any better for the Williams driver. It's going to be quite interesting to see what shall happen. Now Bill Matt coming through the chicane of 6 and 7, around 8 and 9, and then 10 and 11. It's like a sort of two S sections joined together. Now down into turn 12, where it's a right big 180 degree left-hander, then another 180 degree right-hander. Now the final corner, taking it out a little bit wider to try and carry that speed and the momentum through to the line. A 116.231. Who's going to be the next driver up to start a lap is going to be Mystery. So now Mystery coming into turn 1 on in that Alpine. Let's watch this Alpine and see if they're going to be able to improve on the 115.763 that they currently have. They have improved a little. That could get them up one position with just that amount of time they gained just there. Let's see if they've got the momentum to be able to carry it on, and even if they get up by just over a tenth, they can move up into 4th position. Now into sector 2. Just got 2 more corners to go in sector 2 here before we reach sector 3. Now going into sector 3, let's see how much they're up on their time. They're down 1.6 seconds, so did end up having to lift off there, and they're going to need to try and go for it and try and get to the line. They're not going to have a lot of time here to do it. Going to have to start trying to book it. 3, 2, 1, and he's trying to go a bit too much there. and hopefully he's managing to get out of the way. Yes, he is. And unfortunately not happy, just missing the line there at the end. Temps hasn't validated, so did Nimbe. Kaizen coming around the final corner now. We've got the Red Bull just ahead of them. I think that was the Red Bull Temps just coming across the line. Nope, that was... unsure who that was, to be honest. But looking further down, let's see, we've got Roscoe. And time comes across the line, 8th, 1:15.999. Let's see, has Asdog got what it takes to improve? No, he doesn't. Improves the time, but not his position. Built-in Matt is round at turn 11. Going further down, we see Goddard's coming into the final corner. But wait a minute, Reese is just ahead. Coming across the line, what's Reese going to do? It doesn't improve, well, improves their time, but not their position. Sitting in 13th, Goddard's... Yeah, it was Goddard, sorry, moves up by 0.3 of a second, so now up into 9th position, 1:16.128. And there you have it, folks, that is the end of qualifying. There we'll have it, that is the end of qualifying. Jetfish getting that pole position. Managed to get the pole position for the sprint race just a few moments ago. And yeah, unfortunately the race didn't go well for them there. And that timer started already. Brilliant. Jetfish getting the first place. Then we've got Al, who's going to be lined up alongside. Then we've got the two Ferraris that are locking out row 2. Row 3 will be Temps and Mystery. Then we've got Asdog and Roscoe. Goddard's in 9th, 10th for Bill and Matt. Then we've got Fisco in 11th, 12th for Steve Penny. Reese in 13th, Double Cream Cat 14th, 15th for Godzilla Jr. And Teen Wolf will be at the back. But Double Cream Cat does have that 5th place grid penalty that I did just spot. So that will be getting applied to them, and they will be starting in 16th place. Now, moving on to the Grand Prix, where we're going to be having 35 laps of racing around this 4.381 kilometre track, or if you prefer that in miles, that's 2.722. We've got 14 corners here, 8 to the right and 6 to the left, with 2 DRS zones. And we could see an absolute belter of a race about to happen. Of course, we have seen previous moments in the past happen at this track. Of course, most recently we ended in 2021, Ocon got his first win after Alonso defending like crazy from an attacking Lewis Hamilton. We've got the 2009 qualifying session with Felipe Massa. After a spring, ended up colliding with his helmet and causing grave injuries. Still did come back, but it wasn't the same after that, unfortunately. And one thing as well, Michael Schumacher and Barrichello in 2010, in the main race, that was absolutely insane looking back, as you seen Michael Schumacher almost put his ex-teammate, the one that ended up helping him get into so many world championships in the past, ended up almost putting him right into the pit wall. And talking about that, Temp Shadow and Mystery both being disqualified from the session, and will be lining up on the grid with freezing cold tyres. So now we just wait for the drivers to get back around to have a look at the tyres. We're seeing Steve Penny, the other RB this time, going on the softs. Bicycle going on the hards. Double Cream Cat's on the hards at the back of the grid. Then we've got Goddard's in 9th, who's on the hards. And Nimbe in 4th on the hards. And every single person else, except from Steve Penny, is on the mediums. So I will say real quick, if you guys are enjoying the content and you want to see more of this, fire some comments down below. It would be much appreciated, and get some feedback from you guys. And if you do like the content, please subscribe, share with your friends, family, whatever else, and possibly leave a like if you do enjoy the video. It would be much appreciated. And we're just seeing the final few drivers coming back up and aligning back up in their respective grid positions. And there we go, we're going to be having the lights start coming on now. And we've got 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we've got a terrible camera angle for the start of this Hungarian Grand Prix, but they are away and the lights are out. And we've seen them flash up there again for a brief second there, but they still went away. Jetfish looks like they managed to get a good start. But looks like they're going to be coming at them. Kaizen having a wee look down the inside. Oh, and the Red Bull of Temps coming right across the front of Nimby there, and ended up, did they manage to end up giving Nimby any damage? Doesn't look like it, but Nimby is down in 6th place now, being overtaken by Temps and Asdog. Now, going further down, seeing the two Williams there battling out with each other, of Roscoe and Bilt and Matt. That's not the best thing you want to be doing, as this ended up causing Bilt and Matt to lose a place. Bicycle now getting past Godzilla Jr. Godzilla Jr. no go! Reese just taking the front end off of Godzilla there. Double Cream Cat not managing to get the best of starts there. Now looking further on at the moment, seeing not anything change in the top 3 or between 8th and 11th. Everyone's still in their same respective positions of they started in. Jetfish getting the fastest lap there, of course. Now let's see, is Al going to be going for anything right now? Nope, doesn't look like it. They're going to be just waiting nice and carefully. Move further down, see Steve Penny and Reese battling out there, going down into turn 1, and Reese not able to say anything as Steve Penny maintains that, gets back that 12th position after Reese did end up taking off earlier on in the Grand Prix on the previous lap. So we'll move further up right now and stay with these top 4 right now, who are all nice and close to each other. A Haas, a McLaren, a Ferrari, a Red Bull, and then we've got just behind that an Aston Martin. But the Aston Martin is about 1.5 seconds back right now. We'll see what Temps is going to be able to do, what they're going to be able to say. They're going to be able to make any moves, they're going to be able to try and capitalise on any prior existing events that may occur. You never know what may happen. Having a look, seeing Kaizen going for it, but no, having a look, so Al going for it down the inside on Jetfish. Jetfish using the cutback and managing to maintain that lead there, and that was actually quite nicely driven there from Temps. So looking on at Nimby, they're going to be going for a move here. No, it's the wrong place to go for a move. The gap between Asdog and Temps has opened right up 2.2 seconds, and we've seen as soon as that has happened, the DRS has happened, that's when we noticed the big gap start to increase. We'll stay with Al right now, who's currently sitting in 2nd place, and it looks like they could be going for a move on Jetfish, but no, Kaizen, ballsy as ever, tries to go right up the inside, ends up going deep, and unfortunately now looks like they're about to be overtaken by the Red Bull of Temp's Shadow, who's very accurately navigating that Red Bull around the outside of that Ferrari and up into third place. Nicely done there from Shadow. We'll go further down here and see what else is going on. Further back, we've seen the DRS battle for 9th place here, and if Bilton Matt could actually get within this window, that could be a battle all the way from 5th position all the way down to 11th. That's all he needs to do, is focus on the cars ahead rather than the cars behind, as we do know that is what ends up causing it. Mystery now getting past Asdog. I'll have a quick look at the tyre situation to see who's on what tyres again, as I did briefly forget. So the top 6 all on the medium compound tyres, Nimbe on the hard compound. No, as Asdog going to be going for a move, going down the inside. Are they going to be going for it? No, they're not getting close enough. We're seeing yellow flag in sector 3. Who's that for? That'd be double Team Wolfen. Goddard's into the wall! And we have our first retiree, and we have a safety car. We have a safety car, folks. Goddard's into the wall at turn 1. And now we have a safety car. So Steve Penny could actually be in for a good one here, being able to jump in and get off them soft tyres, it seems. So yeah, who's going to pit? That is the question. Now let's see Jetfish into the pits. All into the pits. Everyone now coming into the pits, and all good. So, Nimbe staying out. So Nimbe is going to be the one who's going to be leading us away on the restart of this Grand Prix. Followed by Bilton Matt and Ficycle. Jetfish is out and away, and now is out in 4th. So everybody almost everybody came into the pits. Godzilla Jr. stayed out, so the Double Cream Car and Teen Wolf, and also the top 3. So, having a look now, everybody who pit went on to the hard compound tyres, except Roscoe, who's playing up on the mediums now. And of course, we'll have to pit again, but yeah, that's... it depends if they've been on the medium tyres before, or was it the hards? Yep, so they're going to be actually in pit again, which is quite interesting. So they've still got to pit again regardless of what happens. So we'll see how things are going to go for them. So we're going to end up having one more lap of safety car before, so at the end of this lap, as we get around turn 11, that's when we're going to have the notification from race control to say that the safety car is in at the end of this lap. So there we have it, folks. That is the message from race control to say that the safety car is in this lap. And as you see, the safety car just sailing away now, just coming around turn 13 and away to go around turn 14 to jump into the pit lane. And then we'll be able to get underway as Nimby is going to be setting the pace for the start of this Grand Prix, the restart of this Grand Prix, sorry. And we'll stay with them and see when it is they're going to go, and they're going to go right now out of the final corner. They managed to get Bilt and Matt a good one there and start to pull away quite nicely, and now have created over a second gap to the next car. Bilt and Matt doing quite nicely. They're holding up the drivers behind. Of course, they're on fresher rubber. Bicycle on them old hards, just holding everyone up. We're seeing a caution, yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like Reese is around. Jetfish all over the back of Bicycle, but they're getting too much over the back of him, losing the downforce, and now at risk of losing that 4th place, but he still just manages to hold on and keep Al in his mirrors. Looking further down is Godzilla Jr. round. Godzilla Jr. was round at turn 7, now manages to get back going again. Unfortunately has lost a couple of places. The tyres are roasty toasty right now, and he will be getting pretty much zero grip. It'll be like Bambi on ice. Now we'll move further up here, looking right close to the back. This battle here, they're all within DRS distance of one another, all the way down to, from second all the way down. Oh, and Jetfish getting up the inside of Bicycle at turn 1, now takes that 3rd place. Looking on at Al, are they going to go have a go around the outside of Bicycle going into turn 2? Yes, they are. Sticking it with them all the way around. Is going to turn into the inside for turn 3, and now they managed to get up into that 4th position. Nicely done. Jetfish, next victim is going to be Bilt and Matt, who's on them old medium compound tyres. Not the best strategy to stay out, but it's the strategy that they're going to be sticking. They're still trying to just hold off to that one-stop strategy. But then again, with the safety car coming out, that did end up throwing a spanner in the works. Bicycle, only driver with a penalty right now, and it's a 3-second time penalty at that. As things stand, that'll drop them considerably down the pack, probably down to about 9th place. But this is not how things stand right now. Al and Jetfish are looking right close to one another. Jetfish eagerly trying to get past that Williams of Bilt and Matt. Bilt and Matt getting right out of shape, and could this be it for Al to manage to get up past Bilt and Matt and the Williams? Yes, it is. The gap is now 1.6 seconds to the leader of Nimby on them old hard tyres. Jetfish on the fresher rubber, but Al now manages to get up back past Jetfish, and now looks like Bilt and Matt having a go at the Haas, but doesn't manage to get alongside enough in order to try and properly fight that attack. Now Kaizen and Bicycle going side by side, going around turn 3. They make contact, Now is Physical going to be going inside? The Alpine's going side by side there. The RB and the Alpine going side by side there, going through turn 4. And I will say that is a very, very ballsy thing to do, is to go around, go side by side around turn 4. It used to be a lot easier back in the day when the cars were narrower and shorter, but now with the cars being so big, especially with the underfloor mechanics for the floor, creating the Venturi effect, it does end up considerably bigger. Kaizenthal going for a move on Shadow there, goes deep and ends up having to give the position back. Nimbe now overtaken by Al, who jumps into the lead, same with Jetfish into second. And Jetfish actually up into the lead now as Temp Shadows and Dalton Matt are battling out side by side, coming around turn 1. Now looking on, they're going to be going side by side down here, and it looks like Bilton is going to be having that outside line, and it's not going to be working out for him. Going for the rounds. Physical is around at turn 2. Now, was there contact? I think there may have been. Bilton Matt getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings at turn 4 there, sorry. Mystery looking on at the back of that Williams of Matt, and there are considerable grip difference between the two cars. Oh, and Kaizen having a go there. Bilton Matt gets out of shape, and now that allows Kaizen and Mystery to get up past. Kaizen, though, is now going to be the one on the attack, and is going to be in the perfect position to go for a move. Jetfish getting the fastest lap of the race, but that could all change with Al. There, we're seeing, is that Team Wolf who's gone off at turn 10? It is at turn 9. Kaizen getting up past the Mystery now. And we've just seen Jetfish being overtaken by Al, going side by side around turn 2. And it doesn't look like Jetfish is going to manage to get enough around alongside in order to make a move. So he has to just go and settle into second place for now. These two have been battling out since the sprint race earlier on. So Team Wolf into the pits now. Getting on that fresh rubber. What's it going to be? That's going to be the white walled Pirelli tyres, the hard compound. Oh, and Godzilla Jr.'s into the wall. And we're going to have a safety car, please. No. Nope, we're all good, it seems. Roscoe getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So Godzilla Jr. into the wall, and we'll have to make another pit stop. Well, make a pit stop, should I say. I think it's time for them medium compound tyres to come off that car. Now looking on at Bilton Matt, looks like they're going to be overtaken by Asdog. Is Asdog going to manage to get it up the inside? And it looks like they are, but Bilton Matt has got the DRS to fight back here, and is going to have that inside line into turn 2, which is going to provide him with that bit better chance. Side by side going around turn 3, goes off the track in the collide. Bilton Matt into the wall, and that was not what either driver was wanting. Tough but fair battling, and now we've got a safety car, another safety car. Oh, we got Bobble there. Nice to see you in the chat there, bud. But yeah, I got a safety car here on lap 13, so we're going to see any of these drivers. Nimbe is the one who's looking on at a good, quite a decent strategy. Same with Double Cream Cars, they've still yet to make a proper pit stop. Same with Bilton Matt, actually, who will be into the pits arguably right about now. So let's have a wee quick look, and we'll see the drivers who are pitting. Bolton Mark going onto the hard compounds to the end. Yep, just as suspected. So we're just waiting for Bicycle, Godzilla Jr. and Teen Wolf to all catch up to the back of the pack, which is now just coming into turn 2. Teen Wolf now just coming around turn 14. So there we go. Safety car is in now. Bit of a late call there. But now Jetfish is going to be the one to get us underway again on them old hard compound tyres. Nimby will be at a little bit of an advantage in the first few laps, but then that will all fade away once the hard tyres start coming into a world of their own again. Now it looks like Jetfish managed to get a good start. Looking further back, no other cars seem to be going for it. Looked like Physical was going for a look on the inside of Bolton Mark, but of course Physical being on them old hard compound tyres, it's not going to be the best. But looking up front here, between Bolton Mark and Reese, is Bolton Mark going to manage to get the move done? Now going to switch back at that, never managed to be able to carry as much momentum through as what they were expecting, so he has to sit back and wait just for now. Now looking at the gap between Al and Jetfish there to the other cars there. Oh, Roscoe must have got right out of shape there coming across the chicane and lost a lot of time there, lost 2 places also. Now the medium tyres on them for 10 laps, probably not the best. Probably want to be starting to think about coming off them soon. could have went into the pits just there and jump onto the set of the medium tyres. That would have been the best idea. Ricci struggling here. We've got the Bolton Matt and Faisico on the left hand side on the inside of the car. They'll make a little bit of contact between Faisico and Ricci there, and they make contact again going into the final corner. This is not dodgems, guys. This is Formula 1. And there we go, see Bolton Matt getting past Double Cream Cat. And is Ricci going to go for it here? No, he's deciding better against it just yet. And that looked like... Is that Godzilla Jr.? No, it was Faisico, sorry. Made contact with Double Cream Cat. And now is down at the bottom. Teen Wolf getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and just like Jay was saying, this is going to be one where you have to be super consistent. It's a bit like Monaco, but a track version of Monaco rather than the roads. But yeah, you have to try and make sure to keep it within track limits at all times. But with this track being one of them where you're constantly threading the needle, it's one of them tracks where you could be super quick in one area and really terrible in the next. But right now, Al going for it, going down into turn 1, and he makes the move. Stick going further down here. It looks like Mystery losing 2 places to Kaizen and Temps. No, sorry, just to Kaizen there. Jetfish and Al going side by side, going into turn 2, into turn 3 now. Jetfish has got that inside line. They're going to be side by side, going up into turn 4. Who is going to be the one who breaks first? They're going side by side around turn 4. Still side by side going around turn 5. Jetfish on the inside and Al on the outside. And it looks like Jetfish has managed to maintain that lead. Absolutely spectacular driving there from the pair of them. And might I say, that was a battle for the ages there between the two of them. Of course, it is always a bit of fun when you've got another driver who you're battling with side by side all the time. It is always fun. So, Double Cream Cat getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That is certainly one thing you don't want to have. As now we're going on to lap 19. And there we go, we see that lap counter change as Jetfish crosses the line. And looking at it now, it's Al who's going to be the first one into turn 1 though. Who's going to be the first one into turn 2. It's not going to be Jetfish. Jetfish has to simply wait behind, looking further on at other drivers around. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be close enough to make a move just yet. But we'll soon see how things are going to go. Looking on right now at Kaizen and Mystery. They're the two that are at the back of this pack for the lead right now. The top 5 here. And it's all different constructors here. We've got a McLaren, a Haas, a Red Bull, Ferrari and an Alpine. 2.8 seconds behind the Alpine is the Aston Martin of Asdog. So 6 constructors in the top 6. So it is always nice when you see that. Of course, spread quite evenly. Now looking on, Jetfish there getting back past Al in that Mercedes, in that McLaren, sorry. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's Teen Wolf, who was around there but manages to get it back going again. Now looking on, it's saying that Kaizen should possibly pit this lap, but we'll see if he's going to hold off and keep going and jump onto another set of tyres. We'll soon see. So is Al going to be able to get payback on Jetfish here? And is he going to be able to reclaim that position back? Oh no, Godzilla Jr. has retired from this Grand Prix, and are we going to see another safety car? Is it going to be upgraded, or is it just going to be a virtual safety car? I think it's going to stay a virtual safety car. It's not going to be upgraded. It doesn't look like we're seeing a little yellow icon on the map. So VSC for now. Jetfish in the lead, Al in second, then we've got Temp, Shadow, Kaizen, Mystery, Asdog, Nimby, Steve Penny, Matt, Racy, Ficycle, Roscoe, Double Cream Cat, and Teen Wolf. Godzilla Jr. just retired there, Goddard's retired earlier on in this Grand Prix. So, now, let's see, not too long left in this Grand Prix. We're over the halfway point, lap 21 out of 35, so only about 15 laps remaining. Now there we go, DRS is now enabled. We've got the safety VSC now away. Looking on right now, Asdog managing to get, Nimby managing to get past Asdog for that 6th place. And now Asdog down into 7th, will go further up with Al. Oh, and Al struggling to get on the throttle there. Has he managed to get the DRS? I don't think he has. And no, he hasn't. He's not got the DRS, but he's going to have to power through it as much as he can. And if Jetfish knows what's happening, he might want to just go for it and try and break that DRS window. And if that happens, that could end up managing to get him that position and seal the deal. Yellow flag, sector 3, that's Team Wolf, is it? Yep, struggling to get that car under control. Jetfish has now broke the DRS window. Now Al won't have the DRS, and it's going to be a tough one here, as he's going to be under threat from Shadow behind, who is in 3rd place right behind, just 6/10 the gap. 1 second sits the gap between 2nd and 4th. Let's see how Kaizen and Temps are going to respond here, as we do know that Al won't have any of that DRS. So it's going to be between these two battling out. 1.5 seconds almost is the gap between Al and Jetfish now. It looks like this is the closest battle on track as of yet. No other drivers are within 1 second of each other between anyone between the top 4 here. Well, top 4 pretty much. Minus Jetfish, of course. So looking on right now, Kaizen is on board with the Ferrari as things stand. Now just coming around the end of sector 2 of turn 11, as now we go into turn 12. So looking on, Jetfish, has Al managed to get back within that DRS window? Nope, he hasn't. Almost got there in the end, but has to hold off just for now. Kaizen and Temp Shadow battling out. Kaizen goes really deep there, and that leaves the door open for attempts to be able to reclaim that position again and move back up into 3rd place. Of course, too much battling from these two is not going to be good in the long run, as that's just going to allow Al to get back past, get up and get away. As we see now, Temp Shadow is now over a second behind Al. We're on lap 24 now. Not got many laps left, only 12 laps remaining, well 11 after this. Now we can at temps 1.1 seconds, it sets the gap to the car ahead. Are they going to be able to get back in their sector 2? Yellow flag, Nimby off at the turn 7 there. Now it's got Steve Penny right behind on hard compound tyres, who's going to be the one to be victorious between the pair of them. Who's going to manage to get that 7th place? Is it Steve Penny going to manage to get it, or is Nimby going to be able to hold off on that attacking RB behind? We'll go further up right now, looking on at Al, not using too much battery. And I say that with very, very little sarcasm there. Still not able enough to close the gap right now. Of course, Jetfish having plenty in that ERS tank as things stand. Not managing to get close enough. We've got Physical and Roscoe. Roscoe looking like he's going to be able to make a move here on Physical, going around the final corner, and he manages to get the move done before the DRS activation point, which is very, very early here at this track. It's not like at China on the back road, where it's quite far down the way before you do end up getting the DRS. Of course, there's a couple of other tracks that are quite like that. Now we can back up at that gap to second place, 1.6 seconds now. And Kaizen's actually fell right out of that window. Also, down 2.8 seconds from Temps. Not managing to get up close enough in this straight. Getting close to Kaizen here. Not close enough. Going further down here. Steve Penny being overtaken by Bilton Matt here. Bilton Matt now up into 8th position. Oh, Steve Penny trying to force an error here from Matt. See if he was able to stick his nose in and possibly cause an error on Matt's front anyway. Going around turn 4. We'll move further up right now. We'll see Teen Wolf being overtaken by Double Cream Cat. Now let's see, is Al going to be close enough? Teen Wolf getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That'll be on the exit of turn 1. Al right now looking on at move on the Haas, going into turn 1, gets the move done. And is that going to be finalised? Looks like the Haas is having a go coming back, but unfortunately that DRS holds out. So Jetfish, have they got an answer for the McLaren just ahead? Having a look at the penalty situation with Temps, Shadows, no, Kaizen, sorry, on 3 seconds. Both Ferraris, that is, on 3 seconds. Matt and Roscoe, both Williams, on 3 seconds. We've got the RB Physical and the Mercedes of Teen Wolf, both on 6 seconds. And in the middle of them is Double Cream Cat, who is on the 3-second penalty. Now looking on at Jetfish, going to use that DRS and that ERS now. The Durs and Urs going down into turn 1, and he gets the overtake done nicely. Now up into first place is Jetfish on lap 28. Mystery, are they going to be able to get close enough to go for a move anytime soon. It doesn't look like it. Built and Matt and Nimby swapping places, but Nimby manages to get a good launch, and oh, he capitalises on that launch a bit too much and ends up getting right out of shape. And now that's allowed Steve Penny to catch right up, and Built and Matt could pull out just a little bit more of a gap. There we go, and he could actually end up managing to end up leaving Nimby a bit vulnerable. Struggling to turn that Ferrari there, it seems, as they were going around turn 4. So looking on at Al, doesn't look like if they've managed to stay within that DRS window. We will soon find out. It doesn't look like it. He's teetering and tottering on either side of it. But, yep, no rear wing open for them. Steve Penny and Nimby. Looking like Steve Penny going, Nimby going into the pits now. Steve Penny in 8th position. Nimby struggling to get that car in a straight line there, coming out of the into the pit lane. On to lap 29 we go. I'll get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That is not what he wanted. Temps now could actually get it here. Physical getting the 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Looking on at Mystery, we're seeing yellow flag in sector 2, and that is just up ahead. I think that's Team Wolf letting the drivers past, I think. Yep, it's Team Wolf who's been lapped, allowing the other drivers to get past. Now looking on at Mystery, they're going to be able to get close enough to go for a move on Kaizen. It doesn't look like at the straight line speed of that Ferrari is just that bit too much for the Alpine to handle. And looking on this battle for 4th, it is actually the closest battle on track right now. But we might get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh, Mystery getting a little bit of shape there, coming around turn 8. Don't want to be doing that too often, because that will destroy them tyres. And well, that's the thing, there's not exactly much of them there. They're on like what, 24 lap old, so from laps 5, 6 roughly, that they've been on them hard compound tyres, so not a lot in terms of durability left. On Al, still not close enough to be able to get that DRS activation. Looking on at Roscoe with Reese, because we've seen overtake gear happen. Yellow flag in sector 3. Now looking on at Roscoe, they're going to be hunting down Reese here for that 9th position. Silver up ahead. Is Roscoe going to be able to get the move done? Yes, they do. But they do have that penalty to be contended with, so they need to try and pull out that 3-second gap in order to get clear. Bicycle's actually on the soft compound tyres now. Interesting. Oh, see, Physical actually puts in the fastest lap, 1:17.277. So having a look at penalties right now. So the top two there, Al and Kaizen, both having 3-second time penalties. To see how all that's going to end up faring for them. At the interval right now, there we go. We see that Al getting right close to the back of Jetfish now. Has got a 3-second time penalty. The best thing that you could be able to do is to maybe try and force a mistake from Jetfish in order to maybe try and get them to end up doing an error and possibly end up making the same mistake as they did and getting a time penalty. Looking on right now, Al attacking that curve a bit too aggressively at turn 8, and then that ends up unbalancing the car and end up having to lift off quite a considerable amount. Looking on Al now is looking at the back of Double Cream Cat as they're trying to get past there. Reese with a 3-second time penalty. First one of the night, 16 seconds worth for Bicycle, unfortunately, having that 10-second time penalty, and from speeding in the pit lane, and also two of them. Oh, that was really close there from Al in that McLaren. They're having to lift off and did end up losing quite a bit of time. You see, got a yellow flag in sector 2, and that is Teen Wolf, who's struggling to try and get the car turned around. You do remember you have to turn the wheel. And there we go. Nicely done there. Does manage to get it turned back around. As we're now on lap 33. So we've only got about 2.5 laps remaining. Jetfish is your leader for this evening. And is Al going to manage to be able to break this 3-second window to shadow behind? Of course, with this 3-second mystery, could actually go up to 4th position if things are to stand the way they are right now at the end of this Grand Prix. So it'd be a very, very interesting one. It'd be quite curious. Bolton Matt sitting right close to the back of Asdog here. He's going to have that jump on him come the DRS window. But of course, has got 6 seconds worth to clear. You could almost do that to Steve Penny right now, who's sitting 5.7 seconds gap behind Billiton. So Bilton Matt gets past Asdog and up into 6th position. Let's have a look at the tyre situation. So Asdog been on them 28 lap old hard compound tyres. That is quite a considerably long time to be on these hard compound tyres. And Bilton Matt, this is when his chance is now coming in. His tyres have yet to fall off that cliff. So can he gain this time? Yellow flag in sector 3, and that is for Teen Wolf. Yet again, unfortunately, not being their night tonight after being down in 14th place right now at the back of the pack. And I'll get the comment section up real quick and see if any lovely fans have any comments in. Nope, not yet. So we went on to the final lap of this Grand Prix now. Al looking like he's going to be going for a move. Nope, this is not going to be good for Al. They've got that 3-second time penalty, so that is going to end up hindering them, and they're not going to manage to be able to get an overtake truly done until they get that 3-second window opened. Nimby and Reese going side by side going into turn 1. This is going to determine who's going to be getting that 10th position, as they've both got 3-second time penalties. Nimby not having the best of races, down 6 places, and is now into 10th, but that could all change soon. You do know all it takes is that one little slip up to go across that white line. Now, as we come across the line, here we go, round the final corner, comes Jetfish, comes Al, and Jetfish takes the win of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Jetfish, the winner. Al came home in second, but with that penalty, he gets demoted down to third after Temp Shadow ends up getting promoted. Kaizen finishes in fourth, then we've had Mystery, and we've got Built and Matt just coming around now. Is Asdal going to manage to maintain that 6 seconds worth of gap? Oh, he's actually slowing down. Oh, and he gave Built and Matt that position. Oh, that was very sportingly, very gentlemanlike there from Asdog. And there we go, we've seen the rest of the drivers just start to come across the line. The Team Wheel's going to be the last one after Bicycle just coming around turn 14 right now. So Bicycle getting a 10-second time penalty. Naughty, naughty. Oh, Roscoe. Please don't tell me it's done that again, because what usually happens is if someone ends up leaving, it ends up making them, marking them down as a DNF, which we know Roscoe did not DNF, so this may be a little bit interesting. And seeing how it went, yep, it's still E left just at the perfect time, thankfully enough. So, Jetfish getting the win there from first place, from pole position there, so nicely done. Didn't manage to do it in the sprint, couldn't convert that into a win there, but managed to do it in the main race where the more points are on the table. Temp Shadow managed to come home in second after Al had that 3-second time penalty. Not by much of a gap between them, though. Only just over half a second. Then we had the Kaizen in fourth. Fifth for Mystery. Built and Matt being gifted the position at the end by Asdog, slowing up near the line. Then we had Steve Penny in 8th, 9th for Roscoe, Nimby in 10th, Reese 11th, 12th for Physico, Double Cream Cat 13th and 14th for Teen Wolf. Godzilla Jr. and Goddard's both crashing out of the Grand Prix, and also Physical getting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 1:17.277. And that is it, folks. That is the end of round number 6 here in Hungary. We'll have a little quick look and see what it is next week that we are going to be having. I think it's going to be at Monza, if I do remember correctly. And here we go. Yep, it's going to be at Italy, so Monza. So stay tuned there for 8 o'clock next Thursday at Monza. As for other leagues that I commentate on, we've got another one coming on Saturday, which is WWR, and they are going to be racing at Japan. So if you like, you could tune in again. If you, just in case you forget, if you want to hit that subscribe button down below, and then you could see if hit that notification bell icon, you'll be able to get notified every time that I do go live. And also I will be live again on Monday also. So stay tuned for that, all 8 o'clock on Saturday also. So 8 PM UK time, that is. So until then, from me, it is peace out.